Coach, what can you say about Jordan Montgomery, not just tonight, but these last three for him?
Oh, he's been outstanding, hasn't he? Really throwing quality strikes, all four pitches. You know, he's staying in command, good tempo out there. I mean, 7 solid innings. He worked a little bit harder tonight, but still got us through 7. Just a great effort. We needed it. Their guy was throwing well, too. Well-pitched game on both sides, and you know, a lot of good things happened, you know, during that game, but it all starts with Monty.
Him going 7 gives you so much more, I would assume, ability to maneuver things on the back end. Can you just kind of take us through that process of how you made those decisions tonight?
Right. It always helps out when your starter goes 7. And so it was set up for Leclerc, and what a nice job he did. Nice 8th inning there. You know, get the first hitter out in the 9th, and after a base hit and they made a change, we had Chappie ready. I was trying to stay away from him, to be honest. So, you know, he did work hard last night, but you know, he found a way to get it done. But it was good to see Hosey throw the ball like that. He had good velo, good cutter, slider. Pitching was, you know, the story, but you know, also look at the defense. Leo had a nice game out there, played very well, and just a well-played game by us.
With those decisions, like you talked about, Chappie kind of wanted to stay away from him, but realizing you were in that situation, how do you manage that within your kind of your gut and what the numbers tell you and all that kind of stuff to come to those ultimately those decisions?
Well, how you stay away from it is you check on the man before the game. He said he was good to go, so we knew that. He said he didn't need a day, but yet, you know, I know he worked hard last night, and I just thought if there's some way we can give him a break. But once they got a runner on, he's our guy, so he was going to be out there. First hitter was it almost looked like he was warming up there, didn't it? He just had trouble finding the release point there, but you know, he bounced back and got 2 big outs.
I mean, we all know what kind of energy Adoli's brings, but I mean, he scores both the runs tonight, got the double, and then also just Jonah just kind of keeps driving in runs for you.
Right. Dolly's really doing a great job, isn't he? At the plate, running the bases. He's exciting, and you know, he's a good all-around player. Runs the bases well, but I love his at-bats. He's not trying to do too much up there, and drawing his walks, getting his base hits. We weren't sure if he would be able to play at this time, but he's not only playing, he's playing at a high level.
I wanted to talk to you about those 2 at-bats in the 4th inning. Garcia takes the walk with 2 outs, and then Heim fights off a splitter and then is able to get the fastball the other way. Those seem like 2, the kind of at-bats that you've been seeking in those situations.
Yeah, and it's the bats we've been talking about. Dolly takes a walk, steals a base, and Jonah puts in play, big base hit there, and we get a run. You know, that's the way we have to, I think, play the rest of the way, you know, good winning baseball, and that's what that was. You know, it all starts with, you know, the guy at the plate, find a way to get on base, and we had speed there, and he picked a good pitch to run on, and Jonah, good job battling up there to find a way to get the ball in play. Nice base hit there to left field.
Were you concerned that Chapman wouldn't be able to basically be able to use the fastball tonight because of how hard he worked last night?
It wasn't so much the fastball. And when you know, have a pitcher that goes out there and works as hard as he did the night before, sure, you want to make sure that he's okay to go. And we always check on these guys. They throw, we find out where they're at, and he said he was good to go. Chappie knows the situation too. I'm sure he's going to want to be out there every day, but there's going to be times we're going to have to take the ball from him. But tonight was a night I thought we really needed him. They made the change, and his presence out there means a lot. And like I said, he found a way to regroup, reset after that first at bat, because those were pretty good wild pitches, weren't they? But he's been around, and you know, he found the strike zone and got the 2 big outs.
You clinched the tiebreaker with Seattle. but you're not looking at tiebreakers at this point.
I haven't even thought about it until you just mentioned it. No, so I'm not, it's not something I'm even thinking about, to be honest. I can tell you those guys aren't either.
Jordan has been so consistent this whole year, even before he got traded over. What do you think it is about him that has allowed him to just, go out every night and, give teams 6, 7, whatever it may be?
Well, I think you look at how competitive he is, and you start with that. He's got great focus out there, as I always talk about. But he's a 4-pitch pitcher with command of all 4. He gets good movement on his fastball. He's pitching at 94. He's got a good curveball, changeup, and slider. So it's a 4-pitch mix there, and he works both sides of the plate. He'll pitch in and away on that fastball, and that works up here.
Okay. Next one.
Okay.
Jordan.
Or an outing like this do for you, for this team, knowing the situation that you guys are in and how important each and every one of them are at this point in time?
Yeah, every game's important right now, so every time I go out there and take the ball, I'm trying to win.
I asked Jonah what you had working. He said the better question would be what you didn't have working tonight. How did you two work together, and how did you feel out there?
I felt okay. Definitely was missing some spots early. Had traffic every inning, I felt like, until the 5th, 6th, 7th, or 6th, 7th. Just kind of giving them a fastball over the plate to hit with 2 strikes. So I think we started just going more 4-seamers in and then putting them away soft down.
You've gone 7 in your last 3. How much pride do you take in that, going deep into games?
That's one of the main things I'm trying to do. With the defense we have, with Jonah calling such a great game behind there, it's really just got to go out there and execute. And sometimes I make a pitch, I can get some quick outs.
So, Jordan, are you saying that, you didn't think your stuff was that great tonight?
No, not compared to last game.
And is that because you weren't looking back at the numbers, your sinker usage was as low as it's been in a while. And I know you say everything works off of that, but it looked like everything else was working really well. So
yeah, they hit the fastball really well, especially when they can get their hands extended. So we tried to stay out of their honey hole as much as we could. But yeah, I just thought everything was a tick worse this game. A curveball didn't look as sharp, but late I got synced up and started making some better pitches.
How much have you, that game in Toronto, this game, how much have you enjoyed, pitching with the stakes high?
That's the way you do it. It's fun, especially once you can kind of settle in. Always nervous the first couple innings, but once kind of you're just out there, it's just you and Jonah, and you see the mitt. That's when baseball's fun.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.